Well, get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 36, Jones. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 52 yards rushing for him already. Not bad for the first drive of the Pro Bowl. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Elliott Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Tua. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First and 10, Taylor now. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's Samuel, caught left side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd down, Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And yes, sir, that's going to be enough. The NFC tests their luck, and they get the conversion on 4th down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now Jones. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On play action, here's Tua. Out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Jones on 1st and 10. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll try again with Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A quick pass here to Godwin. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Seibert able to knock this one through.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jonathan Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The AFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tua, the final shot before half. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So second down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 24, Jones. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Again, it's Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jones now to throw on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Johnson goes in motion left. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's complete to Adams. And he is going to be taken down, but a big gainer there on 4th. And the AFC going to keep the drive alive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 30. $65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go. So when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the NFC punt team out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. In motion is Austin Hooper. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Tagovailoa. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Yeah, they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Jones looking around. He'll buy some time right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Jones. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here's Jones to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The NFC, they are your winners as we say so long from the Pro Bowl.